Well, hello, Greenland Hills. I hope you're well today, and I hope you, wherever you are, you're enjoying some of this unseasonably beautiful weather. I'm out taking a walk in our neighborhood park around our neighborhood lake, and um, I hope you get a chance to enjoy this too. It feels um, abundantly luxurious for still being February. This week, we wrap up our worship series on God's economy of abundance. We've also wrapped up our stewardship campaign and finalized the budget. I want to share that with you because there's a lot of exciting news in there that's made possible by your generosity. So, here's a look at the budget as the leadership board has approved it.
The first thing I want to draw your attention to is the $378,000 labeled as offerings on the revenue side of the budget. This figure is based on historical giving and the estimates of giving we've received so far. It represents a 10% increase over last year's receipts. When we started our stewardship campaign last month, we stated our goal was to increase our giving by 10%. And you all stretched and reached that goal. And that is incredible. It's an incredible testimony to who you are as a community. The second thing I want to draw your attention to on the revenue side of the budget is the $72,000 labeled merit rent. This is what we receive annually and will receive annually over the next 5 years. This represents a significant increase to our revenue, and it will allow us to accomplish some very important financial goals over the next 5 years. On the expense side of the budget, I want to draw your attention to two things. First, the $47,000 labeled missions and ministries. Last year, this amount was about $10,000. What this means is that the extra $37,000 we received in projected offerings has been put towards mission and ministry. That is an incredible accomplishment, and it's an incredible statement about who your leadership board is and, again, who you are as a community. This is a significant investment in mission and ministry, and it's a significant witness among United Methodist churches at this time. The second thing I want to draw your attention to are the two lines at the top in gray. Over the last 2 years, we've drawn down $120,000 from our cash reserves in order to maintain our operations and try to support the preschool. The merit money of $72,000 will be divided into thirds. 1/3 will go towards supporting operations. 1/3 will go back into savings to replenish our cash reserves over the next 5 years. Secondly, we have been relying on the operating budget for major capital expenses. So another third of the merit money will go to establish a capital maintenance fund so that when we have major capital expenses, we do not have to rely on the budget. This, again, is going to bring us a great deal of financial stability, even as we continue to pay down what's left on the Glory Be loan.
As you can see, there are a lot of exciting things happening because of your generosity. And I have been overwhelmed and humbled by the way in which you have responded to God's call to abundance with your generosity. Down below in the newsletter, you can read about the Luis family who has already received a new home because of your generosity. And because of your generosity, we already have $4,000 set aside in the budget to build a second house when we're able to get a team together to go later in the year. And we have money set aside for Dollars for Scholars to help match the monies that come in to support 6 of our own as they attend United Methodist related institutions. And it goes on. There will be more opportunities throughout the year as we manage expenses and income comes in to bring other things online. There will be other exciting opportunities throughout the spring. You can read about one of those, 2 of those actually, in this week's newsletter around our advocacy work in Austin coming up on March 24th, and our Kids in Mission and our Kids Against Hunger. Last year we packed 7,000 meals. This year our goal is to pack 12,000 meals, and I think that's doable. So stay tuned. We'll be bringing you more updates and more exciting information in the newsletter in the weeks to come. In the meantime, I hope to see you in church on Sunday for our last Sunday on abundance as we celebrate the Transfiguration. And I hope and pray for you grace and peace.